Hey guys, I'm Ciji and I'm on the scene. Hey guys, Ciji here with Derric Pollard, who is the CEO of Archon Clothing, and we're here at Archon Central. And I just wanted to take some time to get to ask you some questions so we can all get to know a little bit more about Archon Clothing and the people behind it.
That sounds awesome. Thanks for coming over.
So my first big question for you is, so what inspired the creation of Archon Clothing and why go for a gamer clothing line in particular?
The inspiration for Archon Clothing came from actually a friend who got in touch with me a couple years ago. He asked me about doing a clothing line for gamers, but the idea initially was to do something that was kind of a spoof, one-liners from games, random images, things like that. And I was interested and I thought about it, and when I was in my house going through my own stuff, getting ready one night, I realized I didn't have any kind of clothing that was really like a my style, gamer style clothing. It didn't have anything. I had surf brands and I had skate brands, but I didn't have a gamer brand. So that's initially when the idea came together, and I wanted something that kind of represented my style. I didn't have a gamer brand that represented my style, so Archon was kind of born from that.
So do you have any plans to get licensing for video game images or characters for your shirts in the future?
When it comes to licensing, we do have plans for how we want to handle licensing. A lot of the clothing brands that are out there right now, that's their bread and butter. They license a brand from a game, from a developer, and that's what you see all over their shirts. And we wanted to do something different. We didn't want to be just a clothing line that licensed from other companies and threw their logos all over. We wanted something different. So we do have plans on how we are going to incorporate our style with other companies and their games themselves. But some of those things are kind of exclusive to us, so we don't want to talk about them too much just yet until we actually can solidify some of those deals.
But there are a lot of other gaming clothing companies out there. What makes your company stand out?
Well, particularly to us, we wanted something that wasn't just, wasn't like we said, a licensed brand, but we wanted something that was a higher quality clothing too. We wanted something that wasn't taking just a regular blank and throwing an image on it. We actually took a lot of time to go out there, do our own research, and we have our own custom design stuff. So our product is, it's a higher quality. We have specialty washes on our clothes. We give it a better look. So when you wear our stuff, you can feel the difference wearing an Archon shirt to wearing any other brand out there.
So what has been the hardest obstacle so far when branding Archon clothing?
Well, the hardest obstacle is kind of one of the things we talked about. There's really a twofold thing though. One is that gaming as a whole is not still seen as like a cool activity. It's the general public is still seen as like kids wasting their time, people living in their parents' basements, not really making much of themselves. But the reality is that's not what it is. Gaming is one of the largest entertainment experiences in the world right now. More people do gaming than do any other kind of thing out there. But the other thing is that the idea that most gaming clothing, to be a gamer clothing line, is to have licensing and to have those images, and that's what you are. You are the images of games, and that's what's on your shirt, and that's all it's been to this point.
So what type of people do you want to see wearing Archon clothing?
Well, we want to see everybody wearing Archon clothing one day, but we of course we want to get involved with the gaming community primarily. That's who we're here for. That's what I am. I'm a gamer. I've been a gamer all my life, but we want to be able to get it on the big stars. Like yourself. We started working with you, which has been great. But you got your guys like T Squared, big name in the MLG. You've got guys like Slayer Boxer for StarCraft. There's a lot of big names that are out there. We're starting to work with Milk Fat from Heroes of New Earth, which is going to be great. But we want to be able to break beyond just the professional gamers. We want to be able to get into professionals. Like Adrian Peterson is a big-time gamer. Kobe Bryant's been all over a lot of the Call of Duty commercials. These are people who are guys that game. But other than seeing them in a commercial like that, they really don't talk about it. They don't admit it. But if we can get Archon onto these people and, to have them express that, yeah, hey, I'm a gamer and gaming is cool, that's where we want to see it go.
So we saw MilkFat actually wearing an Archon shirt when he was setting his world record. Where do you envision Archon clothing being in the competitive gaming community?
We hope to have our own team in the near future. We are going to be sponsoring other teams that are out there, but we're working our own design for our specialty jersey because right now the esports community doesn't have a very specific jersey style. There's a few teams that have gone out and they've made their own. We're really looking to come up with something that is specific to gaming itself, so that sets it apart from any other sport that's out there. You know, every sport that exists, it has its own style, it has a jersey, it has something that fans can follow. You know, we're working on designing something like that as well.
So you mentioned jerseys. Do you have plans to expand Archon Clothing to more than just T-shirts, hoodies, and like tank tops and stuff like that, and hats in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, we're just getting started right now. You know, the tank tops, the hats, the you know, jerseys that we're working on. You know, that's just, you know, our first foot in the door for this. You know, we want to get to we want to be able to get to doing peripherals. You know, get our style on keyboards, on mice, mouse pads, you know, controllers, all that kind of stuff. You know, and then eventually be able to grow, you know, shorts, jeans, you know, button-down shirts, you know, whatever it can be. You know, you've got people out there that are, you know, and they can rep their favorite surf style or their favorite skate style of clothing, you know, and they can do it head to toe, you know, and there isn't anything like that for us gamers. So we want to be able to grow to be able to do the same thing for gamers.
What do you aspire Archon Clothing to be in the future?
What we aspire Archon to be. We want Archon to be, you know, a globally recognized brand. You know, we see this as being an influence in the gaming community. You know, we like to hear from our fans and from the gamers out there, but you know, we want to have Archon be synonymous with gaming the same way that Hurley is with surfing. You know, if you think surfing, you usually think Hurley. You know, if you think gaming, we want you to think Archon. You know, and that's, you know, that's what we see, you know, Archon really reaching to be, and really having an influence on not just the style for the gamers, but just for the gaming community as a whole. You know, we're hopefully doing something that will help bring gamers together a little more. So.
All right, Derric. Well, thank you for your time. It was nice talking to you.
All right, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. If you want to learn more about Archon Clothing, go to archonclothing.com, or you can follow them on Twitter @ArchonClothing and Facebook. Like them /Archon Clothing.